there is no defendant in the. I'm the defendant in the case. Am I the defendant in the case? There's no victim. There's no victim to my crime, correct?
You have drug charges: possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended are your 3 charges.
Yeah, but no victim, correct?
All right, folks. I'm genuinely excited to share one of the most clueless sovereign citizens I've ever featured on this channel. This guy right here seriously needs a law book, or maybe 5, because it's painfully clear he has no idea what's happening. Get this. He didn't even realize he was the defendant in the case. Like, how do you walk into a courtroom and not know you're the one on trial? Drop your thoughts in the comments. On a scale from 1 to 10, how lost do you think this guy is? I'll share my rating at the end. Spoiler alert. It's definitely over 10. Now, to be fair, I'm not sure if there's something deeper going on mentally, so I'll try to keep things respectful. Honestly, part of me feels bad for him. But with that said, let's jump right into it.
And your name, sir?
David Walker.
Your Honor, it looks like he has 2 files.
I see that. All right, we'll next take up 2 cases, both entitled State of Kansas versus David Wayne Walker, 22 CR 398 and 22 CR 508. All right, we'll first take up 22 CR 508. This is my case, Mr. Walker. You failed to appear in front of me on July 17th for your preliminary hearing control docket. Where were you that day?
Say for sure, sir.
Okay, well, I issued a bench warrant bond forfeiture and set a new bond in the amount of $10,000 cash or surety. Are you still representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
You want to continue representing yourself?
Look at me. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the paper. Yes, sir. Don't have any money to.
Pardon?
Yes, I guess I'll represent myself.
Okay, you understand that if you can't afford to hire an attorney, one would be appointed for you.
I don't know what he would do for me.
Okay, well, he could provide you legal advice and perhaps advance any defenses you may have had, but if you want to represent yourself, you have that right. I just want to make sure you understand that if you can't afford an attorney and would like to have one represented you, I would appoint one for you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you wish to continue representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
The docket notes don't reflect if a waiver of counsel was ever signed. Do you have any notes that would reflect that he's waived counsel on the record or otherwise, Ms. Norris?
Your Honor, I just note that on December 30th of 2022, defendant stated that he would hire his own counsel, and then he had a failure to appear, and on May 5th, we did not appoint any counsel. I don't show an actual waiver. And the notes don't reflect that he did a waiver on the record. It just says that he would hire his own attorney.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Mr. Walker, you've indicated here on the record that you wish to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. So I'm going to have you, if the jail has one, sign a waiver of counsel. Do you have a form?
I believe so.
All right. Can you read through that? Make sure you understand it. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me.
There is no defendant in the. I'm the defendant in the case. Am I the defendant in the case?
Now, do you guys see why I thought this dude might genuinely be mentally challenged? And listen, I'm the last person to mock someone with a disability. But come on, this guy has got to be missing a few brain cells. There's just no excuse. At this point, he was offered free legal counsel. He declined. And now, as he's about to sign a form acknowledging that he understands the risks of representing himself, his first question to the judge is, "Am I the defendant?" Can someone please explain this to me in the comments? Because I honestly can't tell if this is part of some sovereign citizen playbook or if this guy is just flat out clueless. Like, seriously, how do you not know you're the defendant, especially when you're already in custody? Even if you know nothing about the law, that should be the one thing you do understand. If this is part of his sovereign citizen routine, it's one of the worst, most unconvincing performances I've ever seen. Let me know what you think in the comments, but for now, let's jump back in.
There's no victim. There's no victim to my crime, correct? The crime that I'm accused of, there is no victim in the crime.
The state of Kansas, you have drug charges, possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended are your 3 charges.
Yeah, but no victim, correct? No victim in the crime? No victim?
I'm not sure I understand your question and what that has to do with your waiver of counsel.
Well, I'm the defendant. There must be someone making a claim that
The state of Kansas is making the charges against you, Mr. Walker.
the state of Kansas is the victim.
The state of Kansas charged you with these crimes. Do you wish to represent yourself or do you wish to have an attorney representing you?
I will represent myself.
You've got a waiver of counsel in front of you, correct?
Yes, I suppose so. Why do I need to sign? Why do I need to sign it? Why do I need to sign this?
Because I like to have it documented in the file that you understand that you have a right to have an attorney representing you. And that if you can't afford to hire one would be appointed for you. And you understand that, and knowing those rights, you wish to represent yourself. That just documents that for the court file.
What I don't understand is why there is charges against me when there is no victim.
All right, Mr. Walker, I'm not going to play this game this afternoon. I'm going to set this case
Why would play a game
in front of me on.
This judge really needs to let this guy ask his questions on the record, because apparently he's got some huge ones coming up. You know, like, am I incarcerated right now? And are you the judge? Yeah, those are the deep, burning questions on his mind. Honestly, this guy needs a serious reality check. I'm starting to think this sovereign citizen might be playing dumb, or maybe even pretending to be mentally unstable. Asking the judge on the record if he's the defendant might be part of some strategy, like maybe he's trying to build a case for an appeal later. If you didn't know, there's actually a legal move called ineffective assistance of counsel. It's where a defendant argues that they didn't fully understand their rights or the charges, in hopes of getting the verdict overturned, and I wouldn't be shocked if this dude is trying to lay the groundwork for exactly that. What do you guys
think so far? Is he faking it, or is he genuinely this confused? It's honestly hard to tell, but drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's dive back in.
Understand.
Mr. Walker, your case is being set on October 10th at 2:30 in front of myself, and that will be done by Zoom. That's the felony preliminary hearing control docket, October 10th at 2:30.
Your Honor.
You've got a $10,000 cash or surety bond on that case.
Yeah. I was wondering if I would be able to have access to certain legal things to be able to put my case up.
I believe they've got a law library there at the jail. I'm
Oh,
not
they
sure
do?
what kind of access they provide to you, but you can consult with somebody there at the jail.
Okay.
All right, I'm now going to take up 22 CR 398. This is Judge Webster's case. Looks like you failed to appear in front of her on July 31st. She set a new bond for $6,000 cash or surety. You've already had a first appearance, so I'm going to set this in front of Judge Webster on October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. That will be by Zoom, October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. So again, your bond is $6,000 cash or surety. Anything else on this case, Ms. Norris?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Your Honor, was the time for court on October 10th for 22 CR 508, was that 2:30?
That's correct.
Just clarifying. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we'll be in recess. Mr. Walker, you are excused. Thank
Well, this guy won't be getting out anytime soon. Too bad he didn't have the chance to get free counsel. Oh, wait, he did. I get that sovereign citizens are deep in their conspiracy-filled delusions, but I'll never understand why they don't. At least ask for standby counsel. Like, come on. The law is coming for you whether you believe in it or not. If these people really think the court has no jurisdiction, wouldn't it make more sense to just sit there in silence? Honestly, I'd respect that more than these ridiculous, scripted performances. They're so locked into their bizarre ideologies that they can't even take a basic smart step when it's right in front of them. I mean, this guy had legal help offered to him and turned it down like it was some kind of trap. And now, he's in a worse position than before. He doesn't even know the basic facts of his own case. I'll be honest, part of me feels bad for the guy. He might actually be mentally challenged. But even then, that doesn't excuse diving headfirst into this sovereign citizen nonsense. These folks always act like they're above the law. But here's the thing, the law doesn't care. It doesn't bend for your beliefs. The court system will do what it does, regardless of your YouTube rabbit holes or fake legal jargon. Watching this is kind of sad, even if it's entertaining. Because really, if this guy had just a shred of common sense, he could have had someone guiding him through the process. Instead, he's sitting there asking if he's the defendant. Like, seriously? Let me know in the comments what you thought about this court hearing. This one was wild, and this guy might just be one of the most clueless people I've ever covered on the channel. But what do you think? Is he playing dumb? Or is he really that lost? Either way, this case was a total mess. Thanks for watching. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.